You're listening to 15 Minutes of Flame with Robert Phoenix.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Robert Phoenix here, broadcasting to you live from Flyover. I'm attempting to do a simulcast here. Let me see how I'm doing. This is the first reboot of 15 Minutes of Flame. And let me just do this here. Sorry, this is taking me a while. We're working at the kinks. Minutes of flame. 15 minutes of flame. Hold on one second here. We're almost done. Sorry. I promise by tomorrow this will be so streamlined you won't notice a darn thing. All right, so now we are streaming live. Let me get this angle together here. How about that? There we go. I like it better. There we go. Hey, what's happening? We're streaming live now on two formats and two platforms. Spreaker, if you're listening on Spreaker, you're hearing this as a audio stream, and we have the new live video stream, and that's over on the 15 Minutes of Flame YouTube page. And if you have signed up, I think I've got about 95 people that have subscribed to this channel already. So let me just give you the coordinates once again. That's 15 Minutes of Flame, OVFLAME, over on YouTube and, of course, on Spreaker. So you're getting this in not one, but two formats. So what's going on out there, everyone? It's been a while since we've convened on a weekday for an adrenaline blast, a shot to your third eye, a crystalline bullet to your third eye, hopefully awakening you to what's happening in the world on a daily basis. We tend to keep things topical on 15 Minutes of Flame. And by the way, it is my goal to keep 15 Minutes of Flame around 30 minutes each day, because I know that you have things to do. I know that there are pieces of your life that you have to attend to. Am I right? I'm right. So what is happening out there in the world today? Well, just a little bit of business here. A little bit of housekeeping. If you have not been to my website lately, that's robertphoenix.com. I urge you. I did a live stream on Sunday night, an astrology live stream, the 11th house, and there's a lot of good information in there. I break down a lot of charts, and there is some information for the week ahead, which you are now currently in. Also, there is a new interview up with myself and Emily Moyer, and that's over on Off Planet. And today I'm speaking with Regina Meredith, and we're going to talk about the astrological forecast for fall of 2018. Year's almost over. How about that? We are in the 9th month, only 3 months left to 2018. Holy shit. It's been a bullet train of experience for many of us. A very unusual year. They all seem to be more unusual than the previous years, don't they? Although 2016 was pretty hard to top. 2016 with the malfunctioning Hillary models was really hard to top. I went back and looked at some of that stuff, man. We tend to forget very quickly what was going on then. And there wasn't a day where there didn't seem to be a malfunctioning Hillary. Apparently, this is what I've heard, that the big bodyguard, the big brother, literally and figuratively, the big brother that was ready there with the EpiPen, her handler, the guy who talked her down from that weird kind of manic moment where she was like forgetting things. That was so strange. It was like she hit like a black hole in her brain. You know, there are rumors that Hillary Clinton is suffering from Kuru disorder. And if you're not familiar with Kuru, it is also related to mad cow disease, which results in the eating and the consumption of human flesh. And there seems to be an uptick in Kuru-like symptoms through our society, where people experience MS, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, all very similar to the neurological degenerative disorders, or the degenerative disorder that Kuru actually is. And there is a theory that the reason why we have such a great preponderance of MS, Parkinson's, to some extent Lou Gehrig, Alzheimer's, is that maybe perhaps we are actually consuming ourselves through the food products that we eat. Would it surprise you? Would it surprise you that somewhere in the commercialized food chain there are a few ground up body parts along the way? Wouldn't surprise me at all, to be honest with you. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Because there's always somebody willing to make a buck somewhere. Am I right? Yes. There's even the potential that human body parts, desiccated flesh, what have you, are part of the bone meal, or the, it's not bone meal, but it's part of like the corn meal, which probably has a little bit of bone, maybe mammalian bone, that are fed to cows. So there's a possibility that this unhealthy kind of food chain starts there. So we watched Hillary Clinton in 2016. Whatever model of Hillary Clinton it was. That was like a great game, wasn't it? Trying to like match up, you know, these various Hillary Clintons. Look at that ear. Look at that forehead. You know, and there's, oh, let me get back to the guy, the brother with the EpiPen. Apparently he's dead. Somebody told me he died. He's gone. Really? Is that a fact? Was he extracted? Was he just moved out of circulation? But I've heard the rumor that he's gone. I cannot confirm or deny it. Maybe somebody in one of the various chat rooms can confirm or deny it. That's possible. Anyway, 2016 was very weird. 2017, it's kind of up there. Just wait till after the midterms. Things are going to get very hairy because we are going to be in the cyclotron. We're going to be in that cyclotron basically from the end of the midterms all the way up through 2020 when we have that Saturn-Pluto conjunction in January of 2020. It all starts the day after the midterms when the nodes change. The nodes go from Leo to Cancer and from Aquarius to Capricorn. And I also had a great broadcast with Heather Eland. We did that yesterday. A lot of media over the last few days. Yeah, It's kind of productive. I'm not sure I feel all that productive, but it is on some level. All right, so let's get into the bulk of the conversation today. What I want to talk about is the latest chapter on Colin Kaepernick, and of course, hundreds and thousands, literally hundreds of other people are going to talk about Colin Kaepernick and the latest move by Nike. Everybody's going to put their spin on it. So I'm going to do my best, put my spin on it as well. I have a very interesting relationship with Colin Kaepernick. I've talked about this before. And I followed Colin Kaepernick from the time that he was drafted by Jim Harbaugh and the San Francisco 49ers. He was a second-round draft pick out of the University of Nevada, Reno. And as a physical specimen, Colin Kaepernick was unique. He was 6'4", a little on the thin side. He probably weighed about maybe 225. He had to really eat a lot to stay bulked up. If you look at him now, he's very thin, and there's just no way he can be playing pro football. Trust me on this. He went from a carnivore diet to a vegan diet, thanks to his Yoko Ono-like girlfriend, Nessa. So he does not have the diet. He didn't have the physique to begin with. He's very, very thin. So in order for him to play, he had to lift weights. He had to get bulked up. He's not doing that now. And I'm not criticizing Colin Kaepernick. He has the right to make a choice with his life. He's certainly made some choice, although there are some people who believe that his choice is misinformed or guided by other people who have an agenda, and I might agree with that, to be honest with you. Nessa seems like a pretty controlling person in a lot of ways, but look, Kaepernick has given consent to whatever he's going through. So I followed him early on. And I watched a lot of his video from when he played at the University of Nevada, Reno, and I thought, well, this guy's a pretty amazing athlete. And I knew it would only be a matter of time before he would actually wind up being the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. And of course, I was looking at his astrology, and it was a very unique case because Kaepernick is a Scorpio, and then the current quarterback at that time was Alex Smith, who is a Taurus. So they're opposite signs and they're rivals. And I noted a game on the schedule because Alex Smith was going through his Saturn return, Saturn in Scorpio. So he was going to have to deal with Scorpios. That was going to be his kind of life lesson to transform a number of his attitudes, beliefs, whatever they were. And I saw a game so I knew that he and Colin Kaepernick were going to be rivals because number one, they were opposites. Number two, Alex Smith has Saturn in Scorpio. And there was a weekend, and I looked at it on the schedule. They were going to play the Los Angeles Rams. And at that point in time, Saturn was going to be exactly opposite Alex Smith's sun. I thought, well, this is going to be the moment. This is where Alex Smith gets injured and Colin Kaepernick takes over, and we never see Alex Smith as the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers again. And that indeed occurred. And Colin Kaepernick was inserted, and they were off on their blitzkrieg to the Super Bowl. Colin Kaepernick is an uber Scorpio. He's got Sun-Pluto conjunction in Scorpio. So he seized on the opportunity, and he became a lightning rod in a lot of ways for his physicality, his tattoos. This was a guy that very quickly advertisers and sponsors wanted a part of. He was an incredible physical specimen, dynamic. Not sure he's very charismatic, but he was dynamic. And clearly he had the right branding with all the tattoos. I think one of his first commercials was with Beats. And there's a famous scene, commercial where he's rolling up to a game against the Seattle Seahawks, and there are fans there. They want to murder him. I mean, it's a really violent commercial. You look at how they portray these people. It's like he's going to a Klan rally or something, and doesn't faze him. He's listening to Aloe Black, that artist. He's got his Beats on, and man, he's in his own world. He's in his own private Idaho, so you get to tune out the world with Beats. And I